what they say. Oh no, we're on our way. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Escape to reality. Woo!
Hey everybody, it's Escape to Reality with Justine
and Geneva. Hello. We're back. Feels like it's been a while,
baby.
even though I don't think it really has. We're here.
One extra day and I'm like itching to talk to you.
I know, right? We're talking Bravo today. We got some Summer House. We got New York. We got Vanderpump. Atlanta.
What an episode of Vanderpump, right? That was a classic.
That's like what I miss about Vanderpump is it's just them being like drunk assholes rather than
that
all the bullshit.
Good episode.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It was enjoyable. And wrapping up the Atlanta season. Not really into it. I think the reunion. I think the reunion's going to be weak,
bad.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Because the previews looked.
They got nothing.
Weak.
They got nothing.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Portia looks pretty. They got nothing.
Yeah.
And I think there might be fake in this whole fight, Nene and Cynthia. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
We'll see.
Just for the ratings, but.
Yeah. But so we'll be talking all things Bravo. Before we dive into the celeb gossip, we got to shout out a couple great reviews we got. One from Bravoholic. Thanks for the love. And one for Telly in Texas. She likes that we don't sugarcoat the reviews. Thank you. We don't. And then last but not least, my favorite was the person who said she loved us and not just because she's been drinking. Gossip Girl 2010. You're a woman after her own
I
heart.
love your Gossip Girl screen name too. I always want to put XOXO Gossip Girl in everything I do. I don't know why it's like embedded in my brain.
I love someone like drunk reviewing podcasts. That's goals right there. Like how do you...
I love them. Okay.
That's good.
Spoiler effing alert. If you've never seen Gossip Girl, don't listen. Turn the radio off. Go throw it out your window. I don't know.
The radio.
Okay. F you, Gossip Girl. Dan was not Gossip Girl.
Oh, I totally forgot how that show even ended.
I still hate that. It should have been Serena.
God. And then, as always, follow us on Instagram, Escape to Reality Podcast, and Twitter at Escape2Pod. And let's dive into a little celeb gossip. What do we got?
All right. Here's some Bravo. The first one's Bravo related. Okay. Did you see Dolores Catania going in for Ramona?
No.
She says that she hates Ramona, says she's a horrible human being. I think this was on usweekly.com. And she says I don't want to know her. I never want to be in her company. She is not for me. Disgusting human being. She's a horrible human. That's what she said.
What'd she do? She must have slept with
Frankie.
She
says she pretends. Could you imagine? Oh my God. I would love to watch that. She says she's mean to people, and she said the same thing, that she acts like she doesn't know who you are.
Speaking of, you saw in this week's episode, she walks right past Tinsley's mom.
I can't wait to talk to you about that. Oh my God. Something's wrong with her.
I love
she said she looks good for her age. I'll give that old bitch that. But
wow.
She said, and then she was
really
she was at the Watch What Happens Live with Ramona lately, and they asked Ramona to take a picture on the step and repeat with Big Frank, and she refused and made everyone feel uncomfortable, and it's turning into a big feud, and Ramona doesn't want to take on Dolores, I don't think.
That's hilarious. That's Ramona all day.
God, we need crossovers. I don't care what Andy Cohen says. He refuses to do it, but we need this. We need a MTV style. What is it when they do it all, when they mix everybody together with
the challenge?
We need that. I think that would be great.
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay. Next, did you see Cardi B's Instagram post about eating pizza and a Frappuccino for breakfast?
No. What did she say?
So she's insane. If anybody's not following Cardi B on Instagram, you're missing out on some insane comedy. She doesn't show her face. She just has her long nails, which is just a sight to see. And I don't know how you live with those things. I really
I
don't.
know.
And then she says, "This is what I'm eating for breakfast." It was two pieces of pizza sliced in half, New York style, it looked like. And she goes, "I'm eating 2 pieces of cheese pizza, but they were sliced like they were 4 little mini ones, and a big frappuccino." She's like, "And you know what this means? That if you see me in the bathroom later today when I'm running errands, don't be waiting for me by the sink because I'm taking a shit." And
my
blah,
God.
blah, blah. And she's hilarious. I just,
Who past the age of like 15 drinks frappuccinos? Like, when's the last time you went to Starbucks and ordered a frappuccino?
I know I get them with an extra shot because it pretty much is just a milkshake. But sometimes I love myself on a hot day a caramel
you?
frappuccino,
Oh
no
my
whipped
God.
cream, no, no whipped cream,
It's just
but no whipped cream with some
how
extra
light.
shots. And Tyler actually drinks them all the time because he drinks Skinny Girl margarita too. He's like basically got a vagina,
ugh.
and he said that our son Warner, he looked around the corner, he looked away, and then 1 second, my 4-year-old was drinking it. And so it's like, oh my God. And then he's crawling down the hallway to this hotel that we're staying at. It's like, no wonder he's all cracked out on caffeine, you psychopath. But I remember the first time I drank.
Oh, it's funny that both of you guys.
They're such a
drink
waste of money too. But I don't drink them a lot, maybe 5 times a year. But when I need it, it hits the spot. But I remember my first one. Which kind did you drink?
I think it was caramel back in the day, like in high school.
Yeah.
Caramel frap, baby.
Yeah, the high school was a big deal.
High school was like, it was like popular to like go to Starbucks. We used to go to Starbucks and a lot of Panda Express, which like seems so gross now too.
Tyler eats a ton of Panda Express.
Oh God, he has the eating habits of like a 15-year-old. Oh, it's funny.
All he eats, it's really funny. All right.
Yeah. What else?
So Snooki, did you hear this? Snooki says that the situation's loving jail.
Loving jail?
Like he's in a senior home. He's playing bingo. He's helping people recover in jail. We all talk to him through an email. So I talk to him like once a week. He's in the gym a lot. So he's probably going to come out ripped. She says, he's not going to be BDS anymore. Big Daddy Sitch. He's going to have his probably 6-pack again, but he's doing good. He's doing good in there.
I would love to see him come out just like ripped, like the old situation. That would be great.
I like Big Daddy Sitch too.
No,
I'm
I do
attracted
too.
to Big. No, it would be hilarious to see him come out like crackheadish again.
Right.
But oh my God,
crackheadish minus the crack. Let's hope he's
clean. No, yeah, right. No. I mean, like just the look. I guess.
That's good. Good to see.
The side effects of crack are nice.
Right.
It's hilarious playing bingo.
That's good. I like it.
It's like a vacation. Just don't pay your taxes and you get a vacation like that. Isn't that insane?
A vacation locked in with terrible food. I'm good. Good on that. I watched for some reason I keep watching Don't Be Tardy. I don't know why. But this birthday party, they just had a birthday party for the 2 kids, like Cash and whoever. $22,000 they spent on a 7-year-old's birthday party. I don't understand.
No.
I don't. But
I like freaking flat broke.
Am I wrong thinking that they're going to run out of money? Like, is we don't know.
They're out of money. They're out of money.
They're not out of money though, because they're like
they can't have money.
They're spending money left and right. It's crazy.
Are people buying that dumb lotion that she makes that probably burns your skin off?
I don't know, but it's like they're spending 22 G's on a birthday party. Like you're spending $20 on a Costco.
They're going to need a cell next to situation because they're not going to know how to get into life normal.
Crazy.
God, and then these pictures on the beach I've seen recently, $22,000.
So dumb.
And it looks donate that money to families who don't have a Thanksgiving dinner, you stupid broad.
Right? Most of the time the kids were just playing with water guns. They could give a shit about all the stuff you pay money for. You know what I mean?
All.
Yeah.
God, what a life those kids are having. They never
Right.
What's the situation there? Oh, and then they kept that dog around that bit the kid's face off.
I could never do that.
Very interesting. I could never either. I would hope that I wouldn't have.
I would just give them away.
Rid of it, or
right.
Yeah, I don't know if I could look at it or trust, or I would be a nervous wreck.
Same.
I already asked Tyler every day. Like, do you think the dogs are going to rip the kid's face off? I just get so nervous.
Well,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
you're a little bit of a psycho.
Yeah, I am. All right.
Okay.
Kanye West, they're keeping this shit going. Did you see? He got
What?
an invitation. They're playing at Coachella on Easter morning.
Oh, the stupid cult shit?
The church. Yep.
No.
And
A bunch of people hopped up on like coke and acid going to church
yeah.
Sunday morning.
So I wonder how much money he gets paid for that.
Ugh, God.
And all right, so this Tyler Henry, the medium. Do you ever watch him?
No.
I used to believe in him. I feel like as mediums get bigger, though, that you can't. It's like if they're broke or something, you believe him more. But now that he's a big timer, I don't believe him. I don't know. So he's at a charity function, and he's like, "Oh, I'm getting so many reads right now in my brain. I can't stop it." Blah blah blah. Like kind of seemed very hokey. And then he's like, Holly Pete Robinson, that girl, she was in that TV show Hanging with Mr. Cooper. She's like, he's like, "Oh, I got to talk to you." Then all of a sudden she's already mic'd up. Her friend's mic'd up and they're in the storage unit of the facility of the venue that they're at, and it's so staged. So it's just hard. I just feel like if this little kid's a scammer and he's got such a sweet little angel face, who can you trust?
I mean, I don't really believe in mediums. I think it's all a bunch of bullshit. I think they use context clues and just like start probing questions and then people lead them down a path.
Yeah, right. I know.
Like, I'm seeing somebody old. My uncle. They're like, yes, your uncle. And he's saying something about he died, and they're like, with a heart attack. He's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I could do it.
Yeah.
Like,
and his one claim to fame is that he warned Alan Thicke that he was going to die, and he didn't do anything about it or something, so it's just crazy. But yeah.
Whatever. Got anything else before we dive in? I still can't believe the Bierman's paying that much for a kid's party.
But are you interested in reading that View book?
I'm not. I've never watched The View. I know people love The View, but I was never a daytime television person.
I guess I really am. I never watched it like from beginning to end. Nowadays, I do watch it because Whoopi's been off. I like when she's on, but I have been watching. I watch their clips sometimes just to get updated on politics because it's such a crazy world out there. Mm-hmm. But
I like that you get your political updates from The View.
Joy Behar keeps me up to date.
But funny.
It is interesting. I just remembered I was that with what's her face, Rosie O'Donnell and that Elizabeth Hasselbeck with the split screen days. Those were crazy View days. So I don't know. Maybe someday I'll read it. But Andy Cohen read it on his thing and had the author on his show and said it was really good. But
yeah, people love The View. I don't.
Weird name for the book, Ladies Who Punch.
Huh.
Is it supposed to be the Ladies Who Lunch? A play on that?
It's a weird name. I don't know. Yeah, I would read it if it was free. Like if I didn't.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Well, and what's her face? I want to say Joan Rivers. Barbara Walters. There's information about her and Elizabeth Hasselbeck. They just had a video clip or a sound clip get released, and it was after she's fighting about against the morning after pill, and then Barbara Walters is like saying you got to learn how to have a conversation. Then they have behind the scenes Elizabeth's quitting, and she's going to quit during the commercial break, and then they get her to come back on. And it is kind of Elizabeth Hasselbeck was a psychopath coming from not just her beliefs, but she's passionate, I guess. And from just being on, they got her from the freaking game show. What was that called? The Survivor.
Oh, that's where she was?
Isn't that interesting? And then you parlay that into The View, and then nobody remembers that you were on Survivor. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, nice little ascent.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be me up there fighting with Barbara Walters.
She's still alive.
Yeah,
she is.
I think so. Yeah. I love that movie with the fake Barbara Walters and J-Lo. Monster-in-Law. Oh, I love that movie. All
All right, let's dive in. Let's start with Atlanta season finale.
Oh boy.
I have to say I've really, really enjoyed Marlo this entire season. I love how like when her and Nene are talking at the shop, she's like, I mean, I wish Eva would have told us. I would have started a GoFundMe for her. I'm like, oh my god,
I love her too. She's been incredible this whole season.
She really has.
She saved the season because it wasn't the best.
No, yeah, and she just the shade she throws left and right, and she says it to people's faces, behind their backs, any which way. It's just very entertaining. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, and she'll tell you right to your face. Pay that bitch what she deserves.
I agree. She needs to get a freaking peach. Who cares if she stabbed somebody back in the day? You know, we all make mistakes.
Yeah, I've stabbed a million people. I get peaches all the time.
Nene's pissed because Kenya had her baby shower, didn't invite her. She keeps calling Kenya this person. It's
Why
like her
would
name
Kenya invite you, Nene? Come on.
I don't know. Bizarre. And yeah, so in real life, it looks like Nene and Greg broke up or back together because I saw he actually did chemo.
Yeah,
which I think
good. That's good. Thank God.
I'm a little. I know Kenya. I mean,
Kenya, oh my God.
Right. Nene's definitely losing people. It seems
Nene's
like the
lost
world
it.
I know. She has. Honestly, I just have a soft spot for her ridiculousness. I don't think like she's a great person, but I think she's great TV.
Oh yeah, she's been with us for going over a decade. It's hard to just throw her to the trash.
But she's not making it easy for people, I don't think. Like
putting out a video that he deserves cancer because it's karma for cheating on her. I mean, that's a little dark. Jeez Louise.
Very dark. And how about the text between Portia and Nene that got leaked? You saw those?
Yes. Oh my
those
that's
were all time classics. Like I've never seen anything.
Why does that happen after the reunion? Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite, I gotta pull them. I just love how they like are just like going back and forth, just saying the craziest shit to each other, and like it doesn't even. Oh my God!
Calling Portia fat.
Yeah, she goes, "I'm happy and blessed. Good night, edges." And then Nene says, "Good night, big piggy with the busted shape." And then she said, "Girl, I know you, them, and them granddaddy long legs and box body not coming from my body. That made my night." Smiling and then hearts. And then she's like, "Long, pretty legs and been fine. You worry about them extra small baby ankles you rocking. Hopefully they hold up that giant body. Try dieting." I mean, it's like nuts.
Jeez.
So aggressive.
And Portia's beloved now. I mean, they can't get her off.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So who released it? Portia.
Yeah, I think Portia had to. I mean, it's like you shouldn't really be making fun of somebody who just gave birth or making fun of people pregnant like she did in this episode. Like it's like, calm down. People get huge. Like what would you say to Jessica Simpson? I mean, Kenya looked that dress though. I couldn't handle that dress. I really couldn't. That's all I'm gonna say. I hated it.
Oh, and it wasn't her finest moment, but she looks better than me pregnant. But God,
but why do that? Like it's just like
it just so uncomfortable.
It looked so uncomfortable. Jeez, she had to be wearing shapewear under that too.
Baby's like punching her uterus, saying, "God, let's go change into some sweatpants.
Let these boobs out." Like, just come on.
God, that was crazy. It was a little staged with her coming in, but I enjoyed it. Course. They need Kenya, and I wonder if Kenya, they wouldn't fire her, or do you think Nene has the power to fire her? Or it seemed like Kenya just wanted to go live in New York, right?
Yeah, I think Kenya just wanted to be with her husband. He didn't seem like he wanted to be on film much.
They need her though.
The opposite of Cynthia's boyfriend, who now seems like he's really like, what is that? He seems too eager to be on television, right? Like
he's
weird.
Oh yeah, and I hate Cynthia's boyfriend. He's up to no good.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I thought you were talking about Mark. Okay. Yes, he is. I was thinking about Kim Zolciak. My brain went away for a second. Oh my God, he's a creep, right?
Yeah, he's like really gross. Just like the way at Portia's
vibe about
baby shower, right? When he was like, we could have had a baby in 9 or 10 months. I'm like, she's fucking 50 years old. What are you talking about? Like, I don't.
50 cent. It's not happening. Shops
Come on.
closed. God, he's creepy, and he wants to get married, and she wants to get married. Cynthia's freaking me out. She lost me this past episode. I always backed her, but she is bugging me. And that season, the cast though, they're like New York. They've lost it because they need. I'm sorry, they need Sheree. They need, even though Kenya's not an OG, she is an OG now. Even I don't know. Do you think if Kim Zolciak, she thinks she's too good for everyone, but those days were
can't go on the show,
good, weren't they?
I know, but it's too much shit has happened. She's bad for it. She's not a good fit anymore.
Yeah, she's not. I know.
What do you think about the scene with Eva and her husband, like explaining the moving? I liked how producers showed like her 4 different explanations she's given so far, which I thought was good editing. I don't think she's gonna like that. It seemed like they were acting to me.
God. So explain this more. I wonder if I missed this. Hold on. The husband, so they were saying that where were they talking?
And in their new house, you didn't see it. It was like with the baby. It was near the beginning of the episode. And they essentially were like, yeah, I mean, like, they were just talking about it. Like, it felt very forced. And then the producer showed a flashback of all the different explanations she's given about why they moved.
I think
like
on the money.
I think there is something going on with the money. I think so too.
We'll
see. The truth will come out.
Wedding.
Right.
No, I'm sure that the ex-husband's a nightmare. I mean, he seems like a freaking nightmare.
Right. Like, but in the flashback, like first it was they needed to be in the city so he could run. Right? Yeah, like they needed to live in Atlanta so he could run for office. The second one was like the house renovation. The third was, they have to move because of him. Like it was like all these, the other one was they were buying a house. So
I believe the guy is nuts though.
Yeah.
It sucks. I mean, it really sucks to have a baby with someone and that it goes haywire like that. I can't imagine. The new husband seems really nice.
He does.
Is he cute
Portia's
too?
baby shower? No, not at all.
Yeah, the baby got her genes.
Yeah, definitely. Portia's baby shower that looked a little low budget.
Oh my god!
I loved Dennis. All he cared about was the fire breathers. He's really like
I love Dennis.
I do
now
too.
His energy is right up my alley, right?
Well, what he did a good job of is like as they're walking up, he's like, "All right, so be prepared," because like he's very calm. Like he knows Portia's gonna lose her shit. Yeah, I like him. He knows her. Like,
yeah, he's like, "All right, it's not gonna be." And she's like, "Are you joking?" He's like, "I'm not joking," and she thinks he's joking. Right. He's like, "I'm really not joking." When everyone knows that they're. Oh my god, he's adorable. They're a cute couple. Really I'm so happy for her.
When they set off the fire breathers like above Dennis's head, she's like, Portia's so country. She's like, watch his head now. I was like,
that was great.
And they're having a girl. So
I like the
mazel tov.
I think she could live with that blue and pink hair. I love that. I didn't like the whitish pink hair on the sister. Kind of made her look like a ghost. But
yeah,
I do like the blue hair. I like blue and pink hair on people.
Yeah, no, she can pull off any color hair, I think.
God,
really, Portia can.
She's changed so much. I don't know which housewife has transformed as much as she has. And it's so funny.
Nini's face has transformed a lot. When they show all the flashbacks, I'm like, Nini's face is like really, it's different.
Money does good. Completely. What could I look like with money is what I wonder.
I know, right?
God, I could look like freaking Christy Brinkley in 30 years.
Cynthia's freaking weird Bahama Breeze party. I don't even know what that was. Smirnoff Ice. What was it?
Some
kind of like
nasty. A peach Bellini for
How much alcohol did they say it was? Like 3% or something?
God,
who wants to drink like 7 of those?
Nobody. You'd have to drink like 52 just to get drunk. Oh my god, that is so
absolutely. And then you're in a diabetic coma because there's so much sugar.
God, it's like a Zima. That's so gross. And
so gross.
She's that strangling for money that you slap your name on things like this. I've never seen those things in my whole life. And where's a peach Bellini's already been done close to by Teresa Giudice, right?
Right. It's crazy. How about when Kenya walks in and Marlo gets her? She says, "I didn't expect you to wear this dress at 9 months." then and then Nini's like, "Me either." They were just throwing shade in the corner.
Marlo's doesn't bother me though. Nini's seems like out of anger,
no.
but Marlo is just like, it's like lighthearted in a weird way, right?
It says whatever she wants. I know. And Nini is fucked up because she said the comment where I was like, "That's too far," was when she was like, "Is she gonna have a buffalo about Kenya?" I'm like, you can't say that shit. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Good.
She didn't look that bad. I mean,
I hate
well,
it.
the dress was, but for a pregnant woman at 9 months, I mean, I thought she held it pretty well together. God, you see me at 9 months, and I am that buffalo. So
I just think it was like it's. I find it almost. This is gonna sound terrible, like almost like offensive. Like I don't need to see all of that. I don't need to see your tits in my face and like your ass and your belly. It's
so
just like all too much.
And then I didn't know
Right.
Shamia was pregnant. She's showing up. I thought she gave
looks
birth
amazing.
already, but she's
No, yeah.
pregnant. She's a petite little
Right.
thing. And
Right.
then she's walking in with I love Dennis, and then walking into the party, and Dennis is telling Portia she looks good. He's just the best.
She did look good. I liked that dress.
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think Cynthia knew?
Yeah, because she
She
whispered
knew,
into Creepo's ear.
I was supposed to act like I didn't know she was coming.
Which really disappointed me. It disappoints me, number one, because I don't want to hear that about the housewives. Everything's supposed to be organic in my eyes. And Cynthia, you're supposed to be Nini's friend, especially. I don't care what Nini's done to you. Her husband's got cancer. Just be nice to her. And then you can hate her once he's healthy again.
Yeah, and then like the next day where they had that audio of like where Candy's like, I'm mic'd, and Cynthia's like, I just want to make sure we know how Kenya got there. It's like, what, this seems real.
Yeah.
It seems like a setup to me for
Definitely. But Nini doesn't deserve. I don't like seeing. I love Nini. She doesn't deserve. Nini thinks Cynthia's really her friend, so that just hurts. I feel bad for Nini.
It's a rough situation.
Cynthia
I mean, Nini's been pretty bad all season though. I mean, she's lost a lot of people. She has. But I
guess I'll give her a I mean, I don't hold it completely against her, I guess, because she's just freaking out maybe because of Greg getting sick.
Right. Yeah.
But she is crazy. Yeah. She's out of line. But maybe if she has been, I don't know. She's always been nuts though. I don't know. She's like, Cynthia just acts like, at least Nini puts her crazy out there. Cynthia's a real two-faced broad. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Who knew that Kenya and her were such BFFs?
I know, right? The end of the episode is them meeting up the next day and trying to have a conversation about it, and they like fake makeup.
And Cynthia's acting like she didn't know still.
I liked how, like, I think the line was something like Nini was like, yeah, and there's light at the end of the tunnel, but the light is dim. Good. But it seems like from everything happening in the real world that they are no longer friends. So that sucks.
Yeah, or is it right? See. And Cynthia's acting like she's all tough. Well, Cynthia, you're one of the most boring housewives, and I've given you a pass. And maybe that's why she was always friends with Nini, just to keep her on.
Yep. I think so. We'll see what happens.
But real quick, back to the party planning. Yeah, Dennis is so sweet cussing out the party planner. And I love Portia. She's the only one who does a blowjob joke in front of her entire friends and family.
I know.
Before she does that. And Tanya's she's not a good housewife, but she is maybe a legitimately really sweet person. Is she be a good friend? She's like trying to talk to Portia like she's 3 years old. And she's like, look at the stilt lady. She's doing so good.
No, she does seem nice. Yeah, but I don't think she should be a housewife.
Right. And my last words on Shamari are, I really like her.
Oh, she got you. Huh?
I do. Her and the husband are. I like Shamari.
If I never saw them again, I wouldn't be care. 100%.
But okay. I liked her. I would like to be friends with her. She seems nice. Yeah.
We'll probably talk about part 1 of the reunion, but we rarely stick it out for all 3 parts. So we'll keep our eye on it.
Just
rough. Yep. All right. Should we do a little summer house? Summer Summer House was a good episode. I just love Drunk Kyle is one of my favorite characters of all time.
He's the best.
There's something very endearing about him. And the beginning of the episode when they're still at the vineyard, I loved all of them talking about Jordan supposedly making out with like 3 chicks and nothing happening. Carl was like, if you make out with her, you got a finger banger. And then
I know.
and then Kyle was like, why would you make out with a chick you're not trying to bang? And then Kyle said to him, like, it would be so much cooler to talk about this if you'd bang.
Yeah, that was so good. I know, it's so gross. Whenever a guy brings up fingering, it's like, just don't ever say that word. It's like back to like a 10-year-old lingo or something.
Right?
Well, my 10-year-olds better not be. My kids better not finger till they're 30. But it is so
Fingering at
gross.
10. A little aggressive.
What are you doing?
I do like the word bang.
Banged
though. I
is
mean,
good.
it's very impersonal.
No, fingering
but,
is just
yeah.
it's too. Even for me, it's too graphic. It's like really gross, and I don't know. But it's hilarious. It catches you off guard. Carl's
fucked with that chick. He's gonna get totally played. I don't think she's as into him, and I love it as well. I've never seen him so like desperate over a girl. It's very interesting. I mean, she's beautiful.
Like the way he talks, it seems like he would spit his food out onto your face while he's eating, but he's still sexual in a way. I don't know. He's got it. It's his body, and I bet you. Yeah, I bet you God blessed him with a good Costco-sized hot dog.
Oh God, I like how when they get back from the winery, everybody takes a nap, and Kyle's like, "Cool kids don't nap," and he's just like wandering around wasted. I love those like animals they got, those like statue animals.
They are great.
And he's like, as he's cleaning, he's like tapping the dogs. He's like, "You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right."
I would have those animals all over my house. I love it. I think they're great.
And him like trying to set up stuff and just drunk wandering around alone. It's just like, oh, he's so entertaining.
We could watch him, just a feed of him 24 hours.
They need to have like a Kyle cam that's like on him 24/7 when he's drunk in the house. Like I want to see everything that he does.
So
just,
lovable about him.
Yeah, when Hannah she brought the carrot cake back, and he was like, "What? Did you know my parents got married over carrot cake?"
He is so cute, even though he's an asshole, but he's cute. Jordan didn't sleep either. I mean, so they're at a freaking vineyard, then they have a house party, then they go out. I commend.
If they're not slamming Red Bull, they're slamming lines, because there's no way that these people are staying awake naturally, or 5-hour energy or something. Like something is happening, because wine makes you tired.
And it didn't seem like what time are they drinking at so that they have enough time to nap before a party happens and still have time to go out.
Crazy. They must have started early, like 11 or something.
I'm down for it. I mean, that's gorgeous. That vineyard was really beautiful. I mean, nothing better than that.
Very pretty.
Jeez.
Amanda and Kyle fighting. I thought it was hilarious when she like storms in and closes the door. And he's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I just want some alone time." He's like, "Are you pooping?" She was like, "No." He's like, "Girls don't poop." Talking to himself. Oh God.
Wait till you watch her give birth, Kyle.
And then like I like how they're still fighting. He's like, "I just want you to help me put on my Lederhosen."
I mean, she's a way calmer person than I am. If someone's yelling at me, I yell back. But if she's just like, "Kyle, don't yell," like, she's so sweet. I hope my sons marry someone like her. She's very sweet.
I don't know. There's something about it that irritates me, because it's like
she's too sweet. I mean, stand up for herself more.
Right. What I didn't realize is that he waited so long to tell her, and had only just told her he cheated like 3 months ago. So no wonder they're having issues.
I only found out that soon. I wouldn't be able to go on the show. I would be hating him. They should be broken up.
Would you? I mean, I know, like, would you forgive somebody who cheated on you?
No, I couldn't. I'm too crazy. I would bring it up forever, and it would haunt me. And I would be no. I had a dream that Tyler was making out with Vanessa Hudgens in my dream 2 nights ago, and told me that he had left me for her and he needed to figure it out with her. And so I woke up, I just getting over that 2 days later. So no, that was a dream.
You woke up.
Vanessa Hudgens, that bitch is haunting me now in my dream.
That's so
I was
funny.
at the San Francisco airport and I was running around, and thank God I woke up. But yeah, I woke up and I can still visually see him making out with Vanessa Hudgens like it happened. I could never, no, I could never get over it. Plus, they're
No, I
not
couldn't
married. They
either.
have no children. Amanda, move on.
Right.
You'll find someone.
And she's 20. She's
wear
fucking like
heels
26. She's so young. Right. She's young. I know. It's kind of.
I shouldn't make fun of his height.
yeah.
He's adorable. I mean, I think he's cute just the way he is. But no, it's too much. You don't have to deal with that shit.
Right.
Hot little piece of ass. Move on with your life.
Yeah.
Or at least
agree.
break up
I love how
a little bit, and then maybe I think the only way to do it is if you break up maybe a year or two. If you still are longing for each other, then maybe you after you could work it out.
Well, because where's the consequence for the action? There is none. You're moving in together. That's a consequence. You get cheated on. You move in. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't. It just doesn't seem
time
right.
He's gonna black out, which is gonna be every weekend for the rest of your life. You're gonna worry about him, and he's gonna be going on another ski trip, and it'll always be in her mind when she's even 55 years old.
100%. The other thing I have to say about these people is just the rallying is insane to me. After the party, they went out. Like I just, it's insane. I don't know how they do it. Coming home at 3 a.m. at 35.
And they're not even, they're like standing up. I'd be barfing in the bathroom, or someone would be carrying me in.
Oh, 100%. How about when they got back, Lindsay and what's her face? Why can't I ever remember her name?
Carla?
Danielle, like creating like a photoscape with the animals. Like they set up a whole photo shoot.
They're having fun. I do
kids.
like, I love seeing them dance around. It is nice. And I love how they're having more fun than the 20 somethings.
Oh, totally. They're still raging.
I love it. I like
yeah, but I really think like if we just had Kyle drunk for an entire hour, I would love it.
Hannah eating the White House Castle burgers, and it falls onto the floor, and she picks it up and gives it one to Paige, and they cheers with the burgers. I'm like, whatever.
I mean, listen, if I was drunk, I would do it too.
Even sober,
gotta get your food in. Yeah,
and
that was good.
Yeah, Amanda, I just feel bad. Maybe they're meant to be there. I don't know. If you gotta move on with your life. How about you? Would you be able to be like, yeah, it's okay?
No, absolutely fucking not. It's like the ultimate disrespect to me. So I couldn't even.
Someone else when he was blacked out drunk, you'll always flash back to that.
And blacking out is not an excuse. I've been blacked out several times in my life. Never took it that far.
Only made out with
a few taxi
drivers.
Right. Only made out with 5 to 10 people.
Jeez.
Oh, that's good. One time, Halloween in college, I blacked out before we left the house and did not remember the entire evening. Like I woke up the next morning, like I left the house, and then people showed me photos, and I'll say I pulled a Jordan. I'll leave it there.
I love. Do you remember what you were for Halloween?
Yes, I was I think that year I was dressed as a sailor.
Nice. That's real skanky.
We all did different branches of the military, which I have no fucking idea why.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna murder if I ever have a daughter. So I love Hannah being honest with Jordan. Word on the street is you lie sometimes. If you didn't make out with the girls last night, don't say you did. And he didn't even defend himself.
And you notice he didn't say anything? Exactly. He's a sketchball.
It's like he has a secret in his eyes, you can tell. And it's that poor thing.
Yep. And
his family, it's that, good for people who are religious, but I mean, his poor family, his whole life is being covered up by his sexuality. It sucks.
Yeah, there's something happening there for sure. Give him more time in New York. I think he'll slowly come out of his shell. Because I think if he was gay, it would be. I just hate when people
because he'll end up marrying a woman who he doesn't really love, waste her time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think if he gets in time in New York,
Nope.
he'll be all right. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think he'll marry a woman.
just
He'll
disregard
come
your
out.
family. You don't need them.
Right. Steven style. All right. Should we dive into Vanderpump? You have any other thoughts?
No, I think it's just interesting it'll be interesting. I like the Carl Paige dynamic. Good for Paige. That blonde girl's
too.
watching.
I love
Just
it
like,
too.
oh my God, I wish
I know.
it would be. It's interesting how one
Boring.
relationship he can be, how a woman really does control everything. Or
Yep.
it's really interesting. Paige
Yeah.
is adorable in that little
The
beret.
power of the right woman. So cute.
She could
Yeah.
be like a
she's
little
really
H&M
cute.
model.
Yep. All right, Vanderpump. We're in Mexico. Very enjoyable. I love Brittany just pounding tequila with an ulcer. Couldn't give a shit at
Just
all.
straight, like it's the orange juice's problem. Oh my God.
Right. Yeah. The problem is orange
What
juice.
kind of
not alcohol.
alcohol would be the best
Also,
for an ulcer?
Kristen. None. I mean, he said
But
you
if
should
you
not
had
drink.
to,
She should not be
if
drinking.
you're on vacation in Mexico,
A wine, I would think. Not wine.
Right?
I don't know. Something like very mild.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
God,
would
ulcer, a stomach ache is the worst. I
be.
can't
It really
imagine how
is, especially if you're
feels.
throwing up all the time.
Oh, poor thing. She's doing it
I loved Kristen trying to give a speech on how to drink. That was so weird. She's like, ching, ching, hello, everybody. I just want you to know that like it was so weird.
she's nuts.
Her and her tiny eardrums.
Where does that
She's
come
like-
from? How does she know? Is she just say she has small eardrums, or did someone tell her
know.
this? Were they
She went to a doctor.
measured?
So what I think is fascinating when you sit, like when they were at that dinner and they're all sitting at the table, like Kristen's sitting next to Sandoval and they had like a 6-year relationship. Like
I didn't even
Stassi's sitting
realize
across
that.
from Jax.
Yeah.
Like all, it's like all the inner group
All the
dating
gossip
in this group
girlness
has
of it
been
all.
very fascinating
Yeah.
over the years. Right? And then they like all just keep like it's very rare to have a group of people where they all date each other and then they still hang
And
out.
going
Like it's
Jax is
like-
telling Bo what his experience with Stassi was like without Bo cracking him in the face. It's very interesting.
right? It's fascinating.
Here's my okay. Go ahead.
Speaking of
I
yes,
definitely
go for it.
think
I was
that
just
Kristen banged or something happened with the pillows. I'm on Jackson's side, 100%.
For sure. I think so too. For sure, because
No way.
she keeps saying, like, even when they had that conversation outside of the club where she's like, why'd you say that? And he's just like, I also like those because I feel like he used to like be like, I didn't say that. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you did. And she's like, why does everyone hold me? Like, she didn't even deny it. She said, like, why do you keep holding me for my
It
past
definitely
mistakes?
did.
And
You're
it's like,
not
okay,
up
so you did.
in the middle of the
think she-
night by a pool with pillows with some guy that you've already had sex with when you really hate your boyfriend back home. Oh, no way. No
Like
way.
you want to sit like, so if the sitting thing is the excuse, you want to sit so bad that you get up and go get like just
And
get in the
some
fucking
dirty
jacuzzi.
pillows.
Like I don't
And
understand.
I love that Jax is like his eyes get big and he's like they were wedged back in there, and I'm totally on his side
I
with
know.
it, 100%. Why is
Oh,
Stassi
good.
saying it didn't happen? Like Stassi, you're not dumb, Kristen. She lied to your face 100 times over about screwing.
Not sleeping with
That was
Jack.
wild. And
Right.
Stassi smacked her across the face, and they're still friends.
Oh, good. And they're all friends. I know. Exactly. That's what I'm
Stassi
saying. It's so
smacked
bizarre.
her. Oh my God. It's crazy.
Speaking of Stassi, the Stassi and Bo shit was really rough to watch. I really feel bad for Bo. Like when he was crying in
I
the room,
laughed.
I was just like, this is so
It makes me
sad.
laugh.
When he said,
I don't know what's wrong with me.
when he said, I feel battered.
He's lucky he's
Crying.
not dating me. I would be like, oh yeah, you feel battered, you little bitch. I'll show you battered. I really would have no sympathy.
I mean, I get what he
do
was
too. I
saying
do
though,
too.
like because Stassi really is displacing all of her relationship
too.
onto him, and like he is.
Oh,
a good
he is.
dude, you know.
But I would just be like, if I was drunk and someone was crying in front of me like that, I'm like a drill sergeant. It's like really funny. I don't know. I would feel bad, and I would say, I after that I'd be like, I don't want you to feel that way. But at first, my first gut reaction would be to kind of laugh. I don't know. It was kind of funny. I don't know why to me. But it's not.
what do you
funny,
think of
but
that? His tattoo. What's happening? That arm tattoo he has. What's happening? Is he getting it removed? Is he getting it done? Is it supposed to be that color? I don't even know what it is. It was very distracting. I found myself
I didn't even
just staring at
notice
him
it, and
crying
people
the
are talking
armpit.
about it. I gotta look at
Oh, you
it.
did? Oh my god, it was
No, I
terrible.
feel bad. I do feel bad for him, but
As he,
I don't know why it makes me laugh. I don't know. I just need a man who's not going
as he
to
was
cry and
crying,
is still just going to be doing whatever the hell he wants to do and is going to either deal with the wrath of me in the morning or not. I mean,
well, he was like crying. He's like, "I'm solid fucking gold to you,"
it
and
is
it's like
true.
it's true.
It is
Yeah, I
true.
mean, and Stassi like, I just don't want to go sleep alone. It's like,
Oh
what's
my
wrong with you? Just go to fucking
God.
bed.
It is insane.
I will tell you this. I have never been drunk and like been desperate for someone to go to bed with me. I'm usually just like, can I get as
Pass
quickly
out.
to my bed as possible? If I'm taking off my makeup and talking about a hangover patch, you're far too sober to be having this
Yes.
fight.
You got to go to
That's how I feel.
You're wearing glasses.
Like,
you're sitting up straight.
just go to bed.
Like, you're
Right.
not that drunk.
Right.
I don't know. It's a thing.
Right. So like stop it with the hysterics, because if you've gotten to the point after a night out where your makeup is off and you're in pajamas and like clean, you've done something
does
right.
blow my mind
Just go to bed.
that she's so coherent, like in fight. Right. It is a drunk fight, but she sounds like she's not even slurring. And yeah,
Right. And when she said, like, when she was describing it, she's like, sometimes I just get too drunk and I can't pull myself back. It's like, yeah, that's called a blackout, but you're not blacked out. You're just like being an
the
asshole. I
going
don't
to
know
bed
why.
and not alone thing is like, God, just let Bo is a nice guy. There's no other reason. Like Jax was doing
Right.
things to you 24/7. All these guys that would drive you nuts. Like
Exactly. Right.
with Tyler, like, even with Tyler, I had bad boyfriends. Though with Tyler, I feel so calm. There's because he just doesn't make
Right.
it just doesn't make me feel like that ever. So I'm surprised that she's still like,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it right.
it's
She's so
crazy.
paranoid about it. It's
I
great.
I need you to just go to bed. He should just go lay down in bed with her like a little 2-year-old. And then when she's asleep, just get back up and leave.
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly. I loved Jax, like when him and Stassi had that conversation. He was like, listen, like I get you being this way with me, with Patrick, with whoever,
Poor
but
Pat.
like you can't do that with Bo. Bo's a great guy. And it's like,
He
it's so
is,
true.
yeah.
Like even if Jax is telling you to calm down and not
In
be an
that
idiot,
stage
like, calm
thing,
down.
like
I
Stassi,
just-
go take your big tits over there in that thing, and looks like her
Right.
boobs are gonna fall right out of
Have a
there.
combo.
Such a tiny frame with
Yeah,
those
I
big
mean-
boobs. What a blessing.
Huge boobs, right? I loved them at the club all getting fucked up. Jax on the donkey, they were all making out. I just thought that was a nice little montage
Oh, it
of
was
drunken
so
behavior.
fun. I loved it. I liked Ariana shit face. Nothing better.
Passes out.
Her and Kyle
Me
together
too.
are the best.
I liked Schwartz was like, drunk Ariana is a pleasure to watch. I was like, and like she was just, when people just drunkenly talk and they're making no sense. Like when she was by the jacuzzi while they were in there, she's like, God bless, we're 100 years old. I was like,
In
you're
the-
insane.
I love when they're in the thing and
good.
Lala's having a mental breakdown, and
Having a
and,
full blown panic attack.
they're like, Kristen's like, what
What's her
song
name?
do you like? What song will calm you down? And Ariana's like, Britney Spears, and Schwartz yells out, "Kissed by a Rose Seal." It made me laugh.
Do
Like,
you?
I hate
like that song. I mean, I wouldn't listen to it, but like, really?
Oh, it creeps me out.
We didn't talk about Brittany going back into a mental health facility.
Oh, right. I just I guess she
Mm.
doesn't really interest me, but
I
good
like
for her if
I like
she's
that
got
she
to go
doesn't
back
interest you,
in
but
there.
Tyler the medium you had to bring up.
Britney Spears, it's still, what blows my mind is that it's been 11 years, her dad's still taking control of like all her contracts, her money.
It's insane. She's under a full financial conservatorship, meaning she can't make a single financial decision without him.
And she dates
nuts.
these men that all look
Like
the same over and over again.
All look the same.
At least Kevin
it's weird.
Federline. She
I
seems
just,
like a good mom. The
to
boys
me,
seem good.
She's never looked normal.
I think
since,
people just
ever.
need to realize,
There's something in her
she's
eyes.
gone. Right. Yeah, what the hell happened?
And her hair. I've never understood why they can't get her
And
hair
back in
together.
the day, she could.
Like-
Her eyes were not the way they were. Once they reached,
No, that's
right.
what I'm saying.
What the hell happened?
It's like she's drugged, or I don't know. It's one of the weirdest. It's like I know there's like Britney defenders out there, but it's like I root for her because I want her to do well, but like there's something
I
off
love
about
her,
100%.
and it's just heartbreaking because she was the epitome of everything at a certain point. And God, what was I going to say? Oh, I think that they should not let her do Vig. I think she just needs to live a normal life and not be in the entertainment industry at all.
She has enough money. She has to. If the money's being managed right, they have money for life.
Cher did it till Cher's going to be 150.
Well, Cher never shaved her head.
Right.
Like
she's not
Psycho,
a pop star like that. It's over for her.
Right. No.
God, there was a McDonald's CD that, if anybody out there remembers, that put out an NSYNC Britney Spears mix, and it was the best. I've been thinking about it every day of my life lately. I don't know. It was from McDonald's, and it had all these great songs on it, and I was going to look it up. But if anybody else remembers that, hit us up because it was great.
Oh, good.
I do feel for her, though. Yeah. I hope that dad makes it through because he has been there for her. That is sad.
Yeah, me too.
Wonder
any other thoughts on
Vanderpump? What her
situation,
where she is. If only. Oh yeah, I do have Vanderpump. But just imagine if you're a nurse and you're at those places with these famous people. What a wild ride! You got to keep your mouth shut. But oh my God, that must be crazy. Lala, I appreciate Lala that she was taking her tits out years ago, pissing the girls off, and she's still taking them out with her vagina nowadays. I think it's great. I think she is who she is now. These girls act like they don't care now, which I really don't think they do because they trust her and, whatever.
Right.
But it isn't. It's funny. I mean, I wonder how I would be. I'm a psychopath, so if Tyler was around some hot little Lala with her tits out, I would be checking for Tyler's boner. But I don't know. It's interesting how they're all okay with it now, and they hated it.
I know now they're all just naked around each other. It's just such an incestual group. I think, and they're just
Lala has having an anxiety attack. Then she's back and she's drinking and she's naked in the hot tub. It's just great. It was a great episode. It was really fun.
It was good.
Stassi said the hilarious line when they went back and they fought the second night after. After they were the first night they fought, and then they fought a second night, right?
Yeah.
And so she goes, I don't want him, or he's acting like he's my prisoner. I want him to want to be my prisoner. Like, oh my
That's what I'm saying. She's a psycho. Like, God, I feel for him. I really do. The battered line just got me. I feel battered as he's crying.
And I guess
oh my God,
it does have an effect on you when your parents have been divorced 3 separate times, or the dad has.
Oh, I mean, she has issues.
Got to figure that out.
I mean, if she doesn't deserve therapy, she needs to be in therapy.
Because Bo and her are great.
As he was crying, he's like, "You need to figure out your issues. How are we gonna have a future?"
He's so sweet, but maybe he needs a psychopath like her. Because if it was 2 people that sweet. But maybe he deserves another sweet person. What do you think?
I think he deserves the sweetest person alive. He seems like such a good guy. Like I've never seen somebody seem so genuine on Vanderpump as a good person. Like he really is just a nice guy. So I hope she gets her shit
I think
together.
Boys are so gross with the farting. I'm so happy to be a girl. And girls don't do that.
I know.
And if a girl did, I wouldn't be talking to her ever again.
All right, let's wrap it up
one more thing. Why would Lisa Vanderpump tell them? Why wouldn't you go on vacation before the bar opened? Why would you not have them there when the bar opened for a few days? Right?
Because they don't do anything.
So
it's all
stupid.
Farce.
All right.
So dumb. All right. Real Housewives of New York, my ladies. Oh, I just love them so much. It never gets old.
Doesn't. Nothing happened this episode, but it was great.
I know. Tinsley's mom's a 6th housewife.
She's incredible.
She's everywhere. Also, they go to get like Botox or something. I liked like Tinsley, like my jaw is like tense and locked because of my mugshot and what I've been through. Oh my
God, what is it? And so then the TMJ, you can get Botox in there for that.
Oh, so when they showed the mugshot, Dorian was like, "Oh my god, she looks terrible." He's like, I was like, "Well, she doesn't have any makeup on, and she's probably been like drinking all night." And he's like, "Are you gonna look like that one day? Like, is that
I
what
do
you're
look
gonna
like
look
that.
like without makeup?" I'm like,
No, you have
"Thank you." He's like, "I mean, is your face gonna do that?"
you have
I'm
an
like, "All
olive
right,
glow to
thanks a
you.
lot."
See, that's what I look like.
The other thing, the Ramona and Sonia in the park,
She was
and
climbing over
Ramona's
gates
like,
and like she'd been crying and she was probably in the back of a cop
yeah,
car.
it was a rough night.
Just a
Right.
standard Saturday night for poor Tins. God, she's crazy. I like her.
When Ramona said I had a blind date and he spoke 3 languages, I love Sonia. She was like, that means he was worldly and not attractive.
And then Ramona's laughing, right?
Like, how did you know? I love the flashback to that date where he's like, "Can I tell you my marriage philosophy?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "I'm going to tell you anyways." It's like, oh my
I live
god,
for
get me the
Ramona
fuck
telling
outta here.
him no, and she means it. She don't want to hear it.
The Berkshires flashbacks was just, they need to do an episode of just all the Berkshire like fuckery in one episode.
God, it's great.
The I Did It Nice, I forgot about that. I mean, I love that. And then
what's going on there?
I know, the decorating.
Like,
and what did they say? I don't remember who said this, but they were like, the Berkshires, you forget, it's like having a baby. You forget about it and
yeah,
you do
Sonia
it again.
said that about something.
Yeah, that was a great description about going to the Berkshires. I thought that was great.
That was a beautiful sitting wherever the hell they were in New York City. My God, I'm like, God, that's gorgeous. The way they were sitting on those benches.
Yeah. I think
Oh
it was
my
like
God.
Central Park, right? I don't know. Bethany and the grief counselor.
I've seen him before.
Whatever. He creeped me out. I hated his hair. I feel like I don't trust a therapist who
And
lets his hair do
trust
that.
anyone. Seems like he should be on Pawn Stars. I don't understand why she let him. Why do we have to watch this? I always fast forwarded through Bethany and the other little guy. I did watch this one.
Well, the one thing I thought was interesting is that she said, like, Bethany to me, especially with everything she has going on, is someone that should be in constant therapy. And the fact that she said she hasn't been going, I'm like, you're somebody who, like, I just feel like Bethany needs to be in therapy all the time.
Yeah,
like,
it probably helps her. Even though she seems very nice this season, she's so bro. I do feel bad. She said Dennis was her brother, father, friend, and lover.
Yeah, weird.
I don't clump my brother and father in with my lover situation, but you do you.
I thought that description was bizarre.
Poor thing is really now the wife. I saw a headline that the family of Dennis is pissed the way that he's being portrayed this season. What the hell? I wonder what I should have looked this up. How him and Bethany knew each other, and she says that their relationship was so,
I guess they'd known each other for a really long time, so I don't really know. There's something. Yeah, it's a weird situation.
Bethany was the other woman at the funeral, and she looked smoking at that funeral. I remember seeing a paparazzi shot. She was wearing like that Gone Girl outfit dress. I love the black dress with the white pop collar. I love that look. And she's got the body for anything. God, those boobs and the body.
The Strut Your Mutt event. We already mentioned it. But Ramona strolling past Dale, Tinsley's mom doesn't even recognize
Twitter
her.
People on Twitter saying something must be wrong with her, or do you think she's that bitchy, or what? What do you think?
I think she's just that self-absorbed. Like, it's like, I'm on camera. Here I go. I'm walking. Like I don't know.
Dorinda's like Dale, Sonia, Dale, like normal people. It shows how screwed up Ramona is.
Right. I know, hilarious. I thought Dorinda looked great there. I loved that dress with the heels.
Dorinda she looked very chic. And she looks really good in her testimonial. She has a real glow about her.
Yeah. When Tinsley was about to go on stage, her publicist was like, your mom wants you to know you need lip gloss. I was like,
they do have a Mama D what's her face vibe.
Well, and Tinsley keeps saying, like, doing this charity stuff is getting me back to the girl that I once was. I'm like, you're no longer a girl. Like, you are 43. You need to start calling yourself a woman.
You're just a rich girl that has a lot of money, and that's all you do for life. I mean, I just don't.
It's, yeah. I
don't ever see her doing
and
much. She's a nice girl, but
no. Nice, yes. But I
Yeah,
think she's a
she's not
socialite.
really
Like,
gonna
that's what
get
she
in the
does.
trenches of anything.
Man, she got defensive on that yacht when they started asking about Scott. I liked Bethany was like, so I actually don't know. How old are you? And she's like 43, and
I
all of them are
loved
just
that
silent.
question.
Like,
Good for her.
that was good.
It's great.
And I liked the way Bethany described it. She was like, these were intro questions. Like, we were asking, do you see yourself with him? Like, very basic.
Yeah.
Like, it's true. Those were, you
But
should be able to
I
answer
can
those
understand
questions.
those women are very insane in the energy, and it's just like, I would be like,
totally.
well, why do you think I'm fucking with him if you don't think I want to see myself with it? Like, I can understand how she would feel like clammed up. But
Right,
Bethany was
right.
being nice, and she's telling her how pretty she is and how she should value herself. I'm like, who is this
Yeah.
Bethany? Really seems like she wants to go to bed
Right?
with Tinsley this year,
Well-
even at the clam bake.
But it is sketchy. Like, yeah, Tinsley's excuse for not going to Chicago is that her brand is
What
New York.
brand?
And she's like, Bethany, you understand. Like, exactly. I'm like, what brand are you talking about? Go to fucking Chicago
Yes.
with your Range Rover and like,
Yeah, she just wants
get
to be on the
engaged.
show, probably, right?
Yeah.
I do like
it's
her on
gotta
the
be
show, but she should, if she wants to have a baby so bad, she needs to get to Chicago. Don't pull a Juliana Rancic.
Yeah. That yacht looked great though.
Oh yeah, baby. Now her name was something Wasser, and and I googled.
Oh, you thought she
And I
was
googled Susan Wasserman Schultz, and she's like I thought that they were Wasserman Schultz is like she's some councilwoman. She's a U.S. representative, and that's who my brain was. And I'm like,
yeah.
she's hanging out with and it's not even close to a congresswoman. So it's funny. Oh my god, never mind. It's just my weirdness. But who's friends with Ramona? How does she have all these friends?
I mean, they're all just like, New York socialites, I think. They go, so the Berkshires, Dorinda's sister, I don't remember ever seeing Dorinda's sister before.
What a treat it was.
Amazing. It was such a treat. I love her. I love her dressed up as Santa. I don't know how I missed that.
I missed that too.
In past Berkshires.
She was dressed up as Santa?
She just looks like a homely version of Dorinda. Yeah, in the past when they've come for Christmas.
Oh my god, I love her for that. I did not catch that. How did I miss that? Back to right before they get on the boat though. What's with Luann asking her to get a yoga instructor? Pop a DVD in, Luann. Countess is like, do you think you could get a yoga instructor to the house on Wednesday afternoon?
Oh, well, then later she asks for a massage.
Yeah, and a masseuse.
It's like, I like Dorinda. Like, what am I in? What am I in?
Lucky she kept it together. Like, Dorinda's really trying hard. I wonder, Countess, what's her deal with that?
She's testing her, I think.
The humble is gone. Yeah. But Melinda and Dorinda, what a pair. We need to get Melinda drunk with the girls at this Naked Chef next week.
Oh, she would never. She seems too level-headed for any of that fuckery. She's in her garden.
She's cute. I liked watching them together. Yeah. Wow, she was Santa. That is so cute.
I know. I love them arriving. Of course, the line that we've already talked about, the scary person where Ramona's like, "Oh my god, that looks like Bethany crying." That makes me laugh every time.
I could
never end. And when they showed the side by side,
yeah.
I was like, "That literally does look exactly like."
How does Ramona have that right in the brain like that? That's why she's so psycho, but so good.
Right. I know. The rooms, of course, we always have to have a room debacle. The fish room. That room the rooms are very bizarrely decorated. I don't understand. There's no theme or concept. We have Morocco and we have a fish room.
She says that this is like an estate. It seems like a nice house, but it should be all redone. The whole thing is really weird.
Yes. It's a lot of colors and a lot of again, you don't have an aesthetic. You have you're not. It is like
Yeah,
an inn. It's like
it
themed
is.
rooms at
I
an inn.
appreciate
You know
the
what I mean?
kookiness of it. I think it's great, but I mean, it's not like there's a bear
It's
head
weird.
on the wall. It is the fish, but it is creepy.
Right.
Some people might not want to wake up to that, I guess. But it's just,
I
it is
guess.
crazy. What is with all the fish rooms and all
I
that?
saw your
Uh,
right. I saw your tweet. So when they went to dinner and Luann found out about the fish room, the way that Ramona and Sonia were cackling was like insane. I loved your tweet. Escape to pod. They were like the stepsisters from Cinderella. That's like so accurate.
they couldn't
really
stop
weird.
laughing. It was
Like, really weird.
hilarious. I couldn't, and the way they were holding up the napkins
my
to their
God.
faces. The
Right.
energy between the two of those girls, I love that they have been. They argue, but they still are so tight. I live for them. I really love them. Oh my god!
Yep.
If I don't know how Sonia's not everyone's favorite housewife, and them in the car talking to the driver, getting them like, well, you should be going here, like telling him directions. Oh, it's just so funny. And Sonia, the driver. Oh my god! Now, okay, I can understand Bethany. Okay, Bethany, stay in a hotel then. Just sleep in whatever room you get. I gotta.
Yeah, that you requested a room ahead of time for coming.
I'll
late.
come and not stay in a hotel if you put me in this room. Who would say that? That's so rude.
It's weird. Just stay in a hotel then. Stay in a hotel.
And maybe she shouldn't have given Luann the crappiest room because you are trying to get on her good graces. I can understand, but Luann should just not say it.
Luann's a nut job. The way she reacted to that was insane. I mean, the flashback though of them last year, like waking up in that room so hungover was.
Luann, we all woke up with the worst hangover in that room.
And to bring me back there.
God, yeah. I wouldn't want to sleep in a room with stuffed like bears and stuff and things. I can understand that, but
yeah. No, when she got up from the table, why don't you go fuck the swordfish? And like stormed off. I'm like, this is why these ladies are like, because they can take some room and have like a 30-minute fight over it.
And they're like, why can't Tinsley have it? And good for Tinsley. She's like, why do I have to have the bad room? But then she eventually gives in. See, I would be like, I'll sleep in the fucking fish room, you bitches. I wouldn't care. They're so drunk.
I would say the same thing.
And then
I'd make them feel terrible about it. I'd be like, you guys are ridiculous. Yeah. I mean,
real quick, this is so a fact. This is just a sad fact I read real fast because it was fascinating. Great white sharks they just fascinate me. And there was a pregnant great white shark with 15 pups, I guess they might call them, I could be wrong, in her. And people in Taiwan killed the shark. And so I think all the sharks, little baby sharks died too. But she had 15 sharks in there and it was like a record. But the shark is dead. So that's in the fish room. I just read that last night. I was hoping that they found the shark and they're going to follow the shark and then see this. So the poor shark is fish soup in Taiwan. But moving on.
Thanks for that uplifting ending note. We either end on dicks or dead sharks.
But it was interesting. I love next week looks incredible. I can't wait. This was a builder episode, I guess.
Good. Can't wait. I don't want to. I gotta say, I don't want a naked chef.
No,
I don't want somebody like dick out.
I'll go to a pizza place and there's a guy with a full ass beard that those things fall out. You need a beard thing, or you're cut. If I owned a restaurant, there's no bearded chefs, or you have to somehow tie that thing up in a ponytail, wrap it up, wear one of those chin things. It's gross, and then that definitely falls into the food. You can't tell me it doesn't. Because I got so much hair on my head. So do you. You have a thick head of hair. We find hair everywhere.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. Exactly. No naked chef. I'm not into it. But yeah, the next week looks absolutely classic. Berkshire's just give them great content, so I'm here for it.
See, the naked chef, right. I would rather have not a shtick chef because I just want it to taste good. Maybe the food tastes as good. But yeah.
Right. Yep. Well, we'll be there talking about it. And just in a couple of weeks, we'll be back to our 2 episodes a week because we will have 90 Day Fiance returning. So we're excited for that. Yeah. So keep listening,
really quick on Beverly Hills. Who do you believe?
I forgot about Beverly Hills.
If Lisa, people
I
say
hated it,
that
by the way.
probably
I
Lisa
couldn't watch the
had
episode.
someone else do it in her camp, and that's why. But enough when they flash back and you're
think
swearing
so.
on the life of
I
your
think that's
children
how. I
with
think that's how she can
what's her
deny it.
face, then you're stop swearing on the life of your children.
I mean, I think she probably had somebody in her camp do it. That's why she can deny it. I don't care, though. I have to say, like, this season has completely lost me. I
Yeah.
fast forwarded through all the episodes
And
till the last
Ken-
5 minutes. Like,
people are standing up for Ken, but he is aggressive. If I was pissed at Kyle and Tyler was screaming at one of my friends, I'd be like, Tyler, relax. You know, you don't have to get in her face like this, right?
oh, it's definitely aggressive. And there was something so pathetic about him yelling, holding a tiny
And his
dog at a
shirt
woman.
is
Like, it
buttoned
was just
down.
like,
It's like,
shit
go
together.
put your shirt back on. Tyler was sleeping in the bed next to me watching it, and he goes, she's lying. He wasn't even watching, and he thinks LVP's lying just from her voice. But he woke up and he's like, she's a liar.
That's good.
But yeah, I don't know. It sucks. It's too bad. I wonder how it's going to go on without LVP and how the whole, what are they going to talk about?
I don't know. I hate it. I've hated this entire season. It's been a real disappointment and a waste of some good characters.
And they should have kept it a
I'm
secret.
not into it.
It would have been insane had nobody known that this was happening. We all saw the preview. Nothing was new.
No, nothing's new. All of it was dumb. And
the producers knew they had nothing, so they had to put it at the first episode just to try to get people to watch this crap. Yep. And here we are. Yeah.
I think I'm out. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to keep watching. If I do, it'll be fast forwarding because it's every 3 seconds you hear dog or Vanderpump Dogs or this or that. I'm over it. I really can't stand it. Over it. Sorry if you guys are here for the.
I mean, it was fun, but we'd already seen it. If it was brand new and I was watching that and they started screaming at each other, right, I would have been floored. But they ruined it by showing it to everybody. In my opinion,
you're right. Very good analysis. Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. It would have been better.
What are you gonna do?
All right.
We need normal.
Yep. All right, folks.
We need normal housewives. They got to get rid of the Hollywood people. We need Beverly Hills housewives that will get drunk with each other and our Calabasas housewives
that are. Well, like New York caliber, because I think what makes New York amazing is that they're just, even when nothing happens, is they're all such personalities and they don't give a shit and they're not consumed with like their image. I mean, they care about it, but they're also so ridiculous that they can't stop themselves from being themselves.
From this place, and these 4 women were drinking wine and their kids were playing in the arcade. And I'm like, that could be the Real Housewives of San Diego right there. Let me recast this shit. I'll tell you who's good.
Yeah, exactly. Call us, Bravo. We're waiting. All right. Well, folks, we'll be back. Check us out, rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Holler at us, and thanks for listening as always. Au revoir, bye. And thanks.